Hello, weather fans. Welcome to another episode where we explore the fascinating world of weather and how it shapes our favorite holidays. Easter is one of the most unpredictable holidays when it comes to weather. Unlike other celebrations that fall in the heart of a season, Easter dances right on the edge of winter and spring, making it a true wild card every year. One year, you're grilling in the sunshine, enjoying the warmth and the scent of blooming flowers. The next, you're shoveling snow off the porch just to make room for an indoor egg hunt. It's this unpredictability that keeps us all on our toes. This wild swing is what makes spring so exciting. Easter lands right in the middle of winter's last gasp and summer's first breath. You might see daffodils peeking through melting snow, or trees showing off both frosty branches and fresh green leaves. Will you need sunglasses or a snow shovel? That's the annual question as we plan our gatherings. Checking the forecast becomes a family tradition, and everyone has their own predictions. The weather sets the mood. Sunny days mean picnics, laughter, and egg hunts outside, while cold snaps bring everyone together for cozy indoor celebrations, hot cocoa, and creative games. Each year's weather creates unique memories, sunny or snowy. It's all part of the tradition. Looking back at old photos, you'll see a patchwork of Easters, some with sun hats, and others with mittens. As we look ahead to Easter 2026, let's get ready for anything the skies throw at us. Whether you're planning a big family reunion or a quiet day at home, flexibility is key. Knowing the long-range patterns helps us plan travel, outfits, and backup activities. Packing both rain boots and sunglasses might sound funny, but it's the best way to be prepared for whatever comes our way. No matter what, we'll make the most of the holiday. Rain, shine, or even a little snow. After all, it's the surprises that make Easter so memorable, and the time spent together that matters most. Mark your calendars. Easter Sunday 2026 falls on April 5th, a date that's already circled in many homes as a time for family, celebration, and tradition. This year, Easter arrives just as spring is beginning to take hold, bringing with it a sense of renewal and anticipation. It's right in the heart of early spring, when the world is waking up from winter's long sleep. Gardens start to bloom, grass turns a brighter green, and trees are dotted with fresh buds, hinting at the warmer days ahead. But early April can be unpredictable. The weather could go either way, with winter's chill still lingering in many places. Some years, you might find yourself bundling up in a jacket, your breath visible in the crisp air, while patches of snow slowly melt away. Easter traditions like egg hunts and outdoor gatherings are all at the mercy of the forecast. Will the kids be searching for eggs among blooming flowers, or will they be dodging puddles and chilly winds? A sunny day brings everyone outside, filling parks and backyards with laughter, picnics, and games. The warmth and light make every moment feel special, and memories are made under clear blue skies. But if rain or cold weather rolls in, the party quickly moves indoors. Living rooms become gathering spots, and the scent of home-cooked meals fills the air as families adapt their plans. The weather shapes not just the big events, but also the small, meaningful moments, like opening windows to let in a fresh spring breeze, snapping family photos in a blooming garden, or simply relaxing together in a cozy living room. For many, Easter is the unofficial start of spring, a chance to finally shed those heavy winter coats and step outside to enjoy the first real warmth of the year. It's a time when hope and happiness seem to fill the air. Travel is a huge part of the holiday too. Families pack up and hit the road or head to airports and train stations, eager to reunite with loved ones. But the weather can make or break those plans, turning a simple trip into an adventure or a headache. A sudden spring storm could mean delays, cancellations, or long waits, adding stress to what should be a joyful weekend. On the other hand, clear skies and dry roads make for smooth journeys, happy arrivals, and more time spent with family and friends. That's why checking the long-range forecast is key. A little planning can help ensure your Easter weekend is seamless, joyful, and full of the moments that matter most. So as Easter approaches, let's take a closer look at what the weather might bring for this year's big day and how you can make the most of it, rain or shine. Easter weather has a wild history. Sometimes it's summer-like, other times it's a winter flashback. Some years, cities like Chicago and New York hit the 70s, with families enjoying meals outdoors. Other years, blizzards hit, like the Easter blizzard of 2020 in the Rockies, or snowy mornings in the Midwest and Northeast. These extremes are thanks to the jet stream. If it dips south, cold air rushes in. If it retreats north, we get warmth from the Gulf. The date matters. Early Easters are more likely to be cold. Late ones tend to be warm. April 5th is right in the transition zone, so both snow and sunshine are possible. That's what makes forecasting Easter so challenging and exciting. Whether it's mittens or t-shirts, every Easter brings its own story. The only guarantee, expect the unexpected. Let's look at what might tip the scales this year. To predict spring 2026, we need to talk about La Niña, a climate pattern that cools the Pacific and shapes our weather. La Niña winters bring cold to the north and warmth to the south, but this year, it's fading. By March, we expect an ENSO-neutral state, meaning the Pacific is back to average and La Niña's influence is gone. In a neutral spring, the jet stream is less predictable, and local weather patterns take over. This means more variety, classic spring with a mix of everything. Scientists are watching ocean temps and pressure patterns, but the consensus is, no strong climate driver, just regional trends. The fading of La Niña is our first big clue for Easter weekend. In the Northeast and Midwest, early April is always a toss-up. With ENSO-neutral conditions, expect a classic battle between lingering cold and hints of spring. There's a slightly higher chance for cooler than average temps, so don't pack away your winter coats yet. If the jet stream dips, cold Canadian air could bring chilly winds or even late snow, especially near the border. But if it retreats north, you might get a few days of sunshine in 50s or 60s. Most likely, Easter weekend will bring a mix. Cool mornings, maybe pleasant afternoons if the sun's out. The key is flexibility. Plan for indoor and outdoor options. The 3-month outlook points to a slow, steady warm-up. Patience is key. Easter will feel like the true transition between seasons. Watch the forecast closely as the holiday approaches. Now to the south and southeast. Think Atlanta, Dallas, Miami, where spring usually arrives early. With La Niña fading, we expect a return to classic spring, warmer than average temps and lots of sunshine. By early April, flowers are blooming, trees are green, and the air feels like summer. Highs in the 60s and 70s are likely, with 80s possible in Florida and along the Gulf. The main risk? Spring thunderstorms, as warm Gulf air meets cooler northern air. Most days should be dry and warm, but keep an eye out for a passing storm. Perfect weather for BBQs, egg hunts, and outdoor fun. Spring travel to the region should be a breeze. The South is set for a bright, cheerful Easter. Out west, spring 2026 is shaping up to be a true mixed bag of weather conditions, offering a little bit of everything for everyone. The region's vastness means that no two places experience spring in quite the same way, and this year is no exception. In the Pacific Northwest, think Seattle and Portland, classic spring is in full swing. Expect a familiar dance of sunbreaks and passing showers, with mild temperatures hovering in the 50s and 60s. One moment, you might be reaching for your sunglasses, and the next, you'll need an umbrella as a quick shower rolls through. The blooming cherry trees and lush greenery make it a beautiful, if unpredictable, time of year. Moving down the coast, Northern California may see its fair share of clouds and light rain, keeping things cool and fresh. But head further south, and you'll find a different story. Southern California is expected to be drier and warmer, with coastal temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Beachgoers and surfers can look forward to plenty of sunny days, though a light jacket might still come in handy for those breezy afternoons. Inland, the Rockies and the desert Southwest add even more variety to the mix. The weather here can change quickly, and the landscapes are just as diverse. In Denver and across the Rockies, don't be surprised if you wake up to fresh snow, especially at higher elevations. Spring skiing could be at its peak, with families hitting the slopes and snow-capped peaks providing a stunning backdrop well into April. Meanwhile, at lower elevations in Arizona and New Mexico, the story is all about sunshine and warmth. It's the perfect season for hiking, biking, or just enjoying the outdoors with family and friends. Parks and trails will be bustling with activity as people take advantage of the pleasant weather. With ENSO-neutral conditions in play, there's no single pattern dominating the West this spring. Local weather patterns will have the final say, so as Easter approaches, it's more important than ever to check your local forecast for the latest updates. From Seattle's persistent showers to Phoenix's endless sunshine, the West truly has it all this season. You could be dodging raindrops in the morning and basking in the sun by afternoon, depending on where you are. This incredible diversity is what makes the region's climate so fascinating and unique. Few places in the world offer such a dramatic range of weather and scenery in a single season. Easter 2026 will be a unique experience depending on your location. Whether you're hunting for eggs under blossoming trees or gathering for a sunny picnic, spring in the West promises memorable moments for everyone. So, be ready for anything. Pack your raincoat, sunglasses, and maybe even your snow boots. Planning ahead means you'll be prepared for whatever spring throws your way. That's the West in spring. Unpredictable, beautiful, and always full of surprises. No matter the forecast, a little planning makes Easter 2026 a success. If it's sunny, fire up the grill, set up outdoor games, and don't forget sunscreen and water. If it's cold or wet, move the fun indoors. Egg hunts, crafts, and hearty comfort food make for a cozy celebration. Spring also means allergy season, so check pollen counts and have medication ready if needed. For outdoor plans, consider moving activities to the afternoon when pollen is lower. Keep windows closed and use air purifiers for relief. Traveling. Check the weather along your route, not just your destination. Pack an emergency kit for the car and sign up for airline alerts if you're flying. A little preparation helps you handle any weather hiccups. The key: flexibility and a positive attitude. Celebrate, rain or shine. As we wrap up, the big takeaway is to embrace spring's beautiful unpredictability. With La Niña fading, we're in for a classic variable season, gradual warming, but plenty of regional ups and downs. The south warms up early, the northeast and midwest may wait a bit, and the west sees everything from showers to sunshine. The best memories often come from unexpected moments, so stay flexible and enjoy the ride. Most cities have less than a 10% chance of snow on April 5th. So odds are in favor of a snow-free Easter. Start dreaming about your celebration, but keep plans loose. We'll keep tracking the forecast as the holiday approaches. Here's to a wonderful Easter, no matter what the weather brings.